identity and ancestry. America, I should put 3Ks in there. America's a scandal. It is America's scandal. This is way before Olivia Pope situation with Kerry Washington. Okay, a lot of people, as a person who does identify as multiracial, who does have a multiracial background, who is seen as black, even though my skin tone is not the same complexion those on the ship. Okay, um, and who battles this issue and who does not go along with one dropism or blood quantum, definitely not white supremacy or black and out nationalism or supremacy. Who is the African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, American? So I guess on paper, black, white, Native American, and Hispanic origin, because Spanish, Creole, Spain relates to Spain. Even though my roots are not for Latin America, it's an issue. It being a caramel skin man who does not look pale, who not high yellow complexion, to those don't have dark chocolate complexion like Wesley Snipes, who has more African phenotype with a native. People has to look a little bit like a native. You know what I'm saying? Not no look pure native. Of course, I don't like a pure native American, but they see a little of it in the features. Of course, my lips are big and white nose, but is I guess the head structure, whatever. I guess in that situation, and being caramel skin, people have issues with that. A lot of people we're getting to the point that we're trying to bury the hatchet of being mixed in this country. That's been going on since the white settlers from England came here. Of course, when Spaniards came to America and later, and went to the ports like the South, like they would know South America and Central Mexico and the Caribbean and everything else, and started mixing with natives and Africans. It's been an issue, but not extreme, okay? But in America and Anglo America, here, United States, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, male dominant America, it has been an issue. And I always tell people that before anybody knocks down a brother dating a white woman, okay, who had been the head race mixer in the world? The white male, okay? We are related to the white male, okay, because of that, okay? I have a fourth grandmother who was a white woman, okay, who married a mulatto, okay, who's my fourth grandfather I don't know too much about, okay, that cannot find records about, but that's the truth, okay, who's, saying, so, that's before any white male. Oh, they're killing. It's a racial genocide. Excuse me. Christopher Columbus, that thug. Okay, when he's Italian, but when he brought his Spaniard friends there, okay, they started mixing. And it wasn't always by choice. It was rape. Okay, so let's be honest with you. So ever since then, not everything was a Pocahontas situation. Although Pocahontas in reality did marry a white man, it wasn't John Smith. It was another white man. I forgot his name, and she died in England. Okay, after she converted to Protestant Christianity. She married a white man and died of smallpox in England. Okay, a lot of folks don't know the story. It wasn't a whole new world they put on Disney Channel. Okay, Disney version of Pocahontas, and she did not look like no Native American Barbie doll. She had tattoos. She was tatted. Okay, a lot of folks they don't tell you the real history of that. Okay, so. And actually during that time, during the multiracial movement in the 90s, we saw more interracial stories and movies, especially Pocahontas is a interracial story. To be honest with you, Native America is not a white race, okay? It's not a race, okay? So, but she didn't marry John Smith. She married, it's a James Smith, Johnson, whatever his name was. She married another English white man, and she went to England, she died. So we've been, this is the problem. A lot of people are forgetting that, and before Mariah Carey, okay, about her multiracial issues, her background is African American and Hispanic. Her father was part Venezuelan. Okay, let me end. I hate when they try to edit her history, her heritage. Okay, her mother's Irish American. Okay, Patricia Higley. Her father, Roy Carey. His dad was Roberto Nunez, and he did have the exotic Hispanic look, dark, non-kinky hair, okay, olive skin, dark eyes, okay. He didn't look like, what's his name, Samson before Samson changed his complexion, okay. He looked like, any typical, stereotypical looking Hispanic man, okay. The Desi Inez stereotype, dark hair. that's not kinky, straight wavy curly hair and loose curly, should I say, and olive skin and exotic features. Okay, whether it be European, Native, or African. Okay, let's let's that we see mostly in Hispanic, like from the most Hispanic men, okay? Not all us Hispanic men, should I say us, because I got Hispanic Creole rule, but, the stereotypical, what I'm saying, okay, from the George Lopez to Mark Anthony and Daddy Yankee, okay, Selena Quintanilha's brother, okay, what I'm saying, that, okay, call like it is, Edward, James Olmos and, Jimmy Smith, that type of, okay, I get my point. Okay, let's get this there. Okay, so his name, Mariah Carey's grandfather on her dad's side was Roberto Nunez from Venezuela. Okay, when he came to Florida Keys, which is United States in 1920s, he changed his name to Robert Carey. And he married an African American woman, 19, had some black and native and white in her, named Hattie Cole, which is Mariah Carey's grandmother, and Mariah Carey's father came out of that marriage, okay? And that's why his name, Alpha Roy Carey, it could have been Nunez, but he changed it to Carey to assimilate that, the Anglos. Even though the people say that it could be Irish discrimination, as Mariah Carey in one interview, why he changed it, Irish discrimination, but they were, because, they were white, baby, okay? This was a mixed person, from Latin America, and, okay, gotta get my point, let's get it straight, okay? So, so what I'm saying is that way before Mariah Carey, who was African American and Hispanic, Venezuelan, Irish, and descent, before she came into the picture, we had many of the African American artists were mixed race, okay? And many of those are Latino, of course. Latinos are mixed race as well. Those are Latin America. One particular one we need to focus. Half breed. That's all I ever heard. Who's that? Cher. Doggone way I had to call her out. Cher's mother, who looks white, was part Cherokee and part white. Her father is Armenian, so that's why. Okay, and even she dealt with colorism. Her sister is blonde hair, blue eye, and she's dark. Okay, so she's dark hair, dark eyes, and she was picked on for it a lot, okay? Cher dealt with colorism, okay? She talked about her being part Cherokee and, part, Native American and being in half breed, the song half breed. That was back in the 70s before I was born 79, so it was a couple years before I was born. In the 70s, where everybody dancing disco, okay? Where the dashikis and afros and wearing hippie clothes and everything, okay? Right? And the peace sign and all that, okay? That's called like that, all right? So, Donald Sutherland, love you, baby, okay? You know what I'm saying? I think she also mixed with black and Native American, and her husband was white, and her, every magazine, she showed her blonde, blue-eyed child, pale-skinned child, okay, her daughter, okay, back in the day, okay, that's the truth, every magazine. So, I wanted to say this country had been mixing for years, but it has been denying it roots and causing racial paper genocide, should I say. We had the one-drop rule. If you had any drop of black DNA, you were considered black. You had the blood quantum. Let me explain what the blood quantum is. And people say the Native American population on classification is low. Very true. Classification-wise, many of us do exist. What happened is the government wanted to stop interracial mixing between white and Native Americans. And since Native Americans are people who are recognized as Native American, get a check and all this other stuff and these government benefits since the genocide and putting reservations and putting Indian territory, aka trail tiers, which is called Oklahoma and all the other stuff. The government was giving our money to Native Americans, and so to stop that mixing, they said if you marry a white person, you're losing your makeup, okay? Which is weird because those people who are mixed race white and Native American was classified as white, and so how can the white race survive being mixed? Not mixed. Okay, weird. Okay, so in the blood quantum, to discourage Native Americans to marry a white person, they said that next keep on mixing with white people, we're going to classify your children as white, and they were not to get any benefits, and they were not get no check, no casino, and blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, with the dog rolls. Okay, now in that scenario, a lot of the people who were part white and part Native American, due to white supremacy and white privilege, said, okay, we'll rather have that white privilege over the Native American money, okay? Then in checks and blah 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 blah. And that's why. People say, well, you don't see white people who got Native American, which are mixed race people. They're not full blown white. They check white, yeah, because they live in a white supremacist society. That's why they live for white supremacy. They don't have to worry about, and at the same time, that's the reason why. But to the Americans, they lose the population, they lose tribal membership, blah blah blah. And then you have people in colorism in the American community. Let's call it like it is. Why Native Americans are very territorial about people who are outside of the reservation claim mixed heritage. Not only with black Native Americans, us who are also part white as well, but there have been white people who are part white in Native America who are mixed, who are not pure white, who lived as white, found out they Native American. This was gets on my nerves. Even though I'm not on the reservation, but it make us look bad because I'm not trying to take people Native Americans' money. I don't mind getting a check of it, whether they're not checking out. I'm still claiming my mixed heritage, even though I'm pro multiracial. Okay, but I would not rob that community that's suffering, who places look worse than here in the ghetto. Okay, who don't contribute back in the community. Okay, and that's what a lot of Native Americans. I can understand the calling someone wannabe. I wouldn't say they're wannabe. I would say they're called betrayers. Because if you are Native American descent and you want to, at least learn about the culture and learn, like I said, I would love to go to a powwow. I would love to learn about my Choctaw and other tribes as well. Learn how to cook fried bread. Okay. Oh, trust me. Yes, I would love to learn how to cook fried bread. I think they're trying to get the recipe of that as well. My friend of mine, we're not longer friends anymore, but I'm gonna get the recipe again so I can learn how to cook fried bread besides fried chicken. We'll fry chicken and fried bread together. Okay. I would love to learn about that since I'm on the North American continent. Okay, so this is my home. Okay, a white person telling me to go back to Africa, I laugh. Take your behind back to Europe. Okay, take your ass back to Europe. Okay, God, dog, we're not in, and I'm part European too, but I'm in three homelands of mine. I got here, and I got Africa, and I got Europe, so I can choose wherever the hell I want to go to. I had to tell my people stop letting white people define you. Okay, white racist people try to say. Now in that scenario, since we are, and that's what I understand for, but those Native Americans who do get offended when Black Americans we're part of Native American, you gotta understand, okay, the reason why we harp a lot on our multiracial roots. We were classified as Black plus oppression, okay. The one drop rule meant that if that child of a mixed race relationship or rape during slavery, that child was considered a slave. What they did was they said back before it became a one drop rule that if it was condition of the mother, you was a slave. Okay, this is the reason why they stopped interracial marriages in the beginning, because if you know, I am descendant of Sarah Bacon and due to my four grandmother side, who was a Bug. Okay, that was her maiden name. Sarah Bacon, Bug, Samuel Bug the second. As I was reading from, I have from Cherokee County, Texas. Yeah, I was doing. I copy my printer's working good, and I'm reading about my white ancestors on that side of the family. They were related to Nathaniel Bacon. Okay, and Nathaniel Bacon. Of course, he did my name make me wrong, but the idea was because the white nutrition service and was upset with the property taxes, whatever, with Berkeley and them in Virginia, and they side with the black slaves to fight against the white elite who owned slaves, who also owned the some kind of, even though the white nutrition service had more freedom than the slaves, they owned them in a way, And they came together and burned the Virginia Capitol down. And so to stop that, they had caught, and it was interracial, one of the so-called first black president, because he's not the first, okay. Obama's mother was part black, excuse me. And her, quarter ancestry come, the first black slave that came here married a white woman. And she was just a servant. In condition of the mother, they were free, okay? Because even though they was controlled by the white elite, they still had more freedom than white servants had more freedom than slaves. Okay, and it's like one of the sites and called her sixth grandma, whatever it was a district servant who was slave. They got beaten a lot of lashes because they had against the law of that. Well, but condition of the mother, her children from that mixing were free. So it started with that. Okay, slave masters were raped or either have consensual sex with a partial black or pure black slave females, and that became mixing. In that mixing was more slaves. The more slaves the slave master had, the more he was wealthy, because they were being forced out of labor to work for free, and they produce crop and they make more money. This is why they had the sex forms. Before anybody, of course, I do believe traditional marriage, but that's between them and God. If they have a gay marriage, I'm sorry, because this country is not a Christian country ever since Plymouth Rock. Okay, I call it like it is. In the slave and genocide of African and American people, that's not Christian. Okay, and attacking the church that really that Jesus founded. I'm not no offense to any Protestant. Okay, that too. Okay, now, this country is not truly all that Christian. They had sex forms where they had the brothers who were slaves owned by massa pimping little girls and little boys to go sleep with massa. The slave master will rape black men and mixed race black men. They call it, and rape black women. Also pimp, and also you had consensual sex with those who were black women and mixed race people. They had the mammy, as what shout out to Angel Ramirez Jordan. I don't always agree with everything he agreed or says, but he mentioned how the mammy would tell the sisters on plantation to be ready for massa. That's why she was always smiling. And you know what I'm saying? People don't know the story behind that, the Angel Mom and all that. Okay, I use those terms a lot. Okay, and that too, the butt breaking, that too. So before anybody talk about gay marriage in America and America's falling, they had gay sex, straight sex, bisexual sex on the plantation. Let's be real. And so when we hear about the porn, race play stuff, that black folks need to understand, that came out of that mess. Okay, which is sickening. I don't see how people can participate in such a thing for the money. Ghetto gaggers and all that other crap. Okay, so point is, that's why. So they did a sex producer because they felt that the black folks were not free, were not human. Our people were 3/5 of what they said, and that was the one Ja Rule came out of, because they felt that you were not human, and you was a slave, and that type mess. Even like get mad with Charlamagne talking about light skin feelings, about light skin feelings, and it's being more human, and then dark skin, that mess. I want to hear that mess. You don't know what you did to take that stature out of the central part of that man. That white man used that on black women and mixed race black women, and what's it called? Nigerian Tayo, we call it we call for when it comes to women, I forgot what they were. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The medical words for women, gynecologists. Yes, there you go, found it. How he mutilated the black woman. He thought it was not human. That a lot of folks don't know the story behind that, because back in the day, as the dark skinned man was telling me, in the slavery, the more lighter you were, the more human you were. That's why you got treated better compared to those who are dark, because they said those our African people were not humans. Okay, so that's the colorism comes from that mess. We all been affected by that. That's true. That's why we have, even with police shootings, we got brothers of every color getting killed. Okay, in the American, the fastest growing population getting killed by police too, along with Latinos are getting. The other thing, but the truth of the matter is, as a white officer said on there, the more darker the black man is, and the more bigger he is, and it goes to the Mike Brown situation, the more they're afraid of. And I'm not too light like Kaepernick, okay? But I noticed that when I had dealt with issue with police officers, it wasn't extreme. But if I was dark chocolate like Wesley Snipes, just automatic skip. You know what I'm saying? That's 9-10, okay? Of course, with Philando Castile, he's my complexion, okay? But it took a while, if y'all can see. But with a dark skin, dark chocolate, just 1 second to kill you. You know what I'm saying? And they do to lighter skinned brothers too. It's just something that you know that's this white man say on TV, show they say on national TV. The more darker you are, color is just fact as men very solid, women were open to it. I don't know why, but that's why. And I see why some those who are darker than me, I'm not high yellow like Kaepernick, sometimes shit on me, sorry saying use a cuss word about the mix in me mixing because I what I'm saying, and how I don't act stereotypical. I get that more, and I noticed that too. I do get it from brothers my shade and lighter, but I noticed that brothers for dark skin who don't like me get 10 times worse about me not being stereotypical, okay? Because I look more African, but don't look like them. You know what I'm saying? You get my point? Yeah, okay. So I noticed that as well. I noticed that they get the extreme, and I'm like, dude, I'm not your expectation. And I said, I get it from those who my shade lighter. Don't get me wrong, I'm not making it saying, but I've noticed in the past, and I dealt with issues on the job. I'm not gonna mention anything where some dark skinned men even question my sexuality. Okay, so and I understand when I did take Zoe Williams' side when the Aries Spears because they felt and I'm not Zoe Williams is not that light. He lighter than we both lighter than Aries Spears, but and I understand how they was making fun of their sisters who said about light skin, and she not, but she not that far from Zoe Williams' complexion. She not no Aries Spirit complexion. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand how people was attacking, but they're blacking down the melanin police and blacking down. They want black face. I bet they love black face too much. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed that, and when I took his side, now the colors I got tired of hearing because someone's that dark, they more man, they more tough. You know what I'm saying? And even in this hood, okay, don't get me wrong, I got brothers my shade and lighter had tried to test me, but I had dog just come out. Oh, I'm a charity, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why are you buying into the stereotype? I ain't did nothing to you, and even on job, and I had, like I said, I had brothers, and don't get me, I had the lighter one and those lighter than me, my shade and lighter than me, piss on me in this tribute too on the job or any places. But I noticed that the dark ones who were hyper masculine will go extreme with this mess, and I'm like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And you can't get mad about nobody not liking who you are based on what you look like because you're portraying a stereotype. I'm not saying it's okay, but but it's the truth. I noticed that as well. That some dark chocolate brothers, like I had one recently on my janitorial job, would come harass me about racial issues. And when I mentioned that all of us, including him, was mixed with black, white, and native, he got very offended and then told me that, and I said, well, you don't have to classify yourself with me. I'm just being truthful because you brought me in the conversation about white folks and that, and not all white people are bad. And I even said, excuse me, you talking about that a brother, a black man being killed by a white man with a Bible in his hand, but so have a brother kill us. I had 2 years ago a dark chocolate thug. There's a light skinned thugs and camp skin. Don't get me wrong, I'm saying this thug had to be dark skin. Try to run me over this whole, and I'm not interested in this chick here because she's a hood rat. She part Mexican, part black. She's a hood rat. She had to be my friend. I had mentioned her name while we and her are not friends because I have actually in this community I get along with the females. I came with the dudes. Few of my friends are male. Okay, few. This dark-skinned brother tried to run me over this woman. That I don't want. I don't date hood rats. I do not date hood rats. I don't care what your color is. Because I'm looking at the fact that if we hook up and your dysfunctional behavior comes on my child is already, I'm already bipolar type 1. Next thing, poverty and thuggery. No, I don't want my kids knowing about that mess. I'm putting, you know what I'm saying? That's why I look at, so I'm not interested in top like she like thugs. I'm not thugs. So I'm not bitching and moaning about her not wanting to be because I already know she dysfunctional and she like dysfunctional men, okay? I come from, my family middle class, but there's dysfunction in that already. And I also have family from the country and from the hood too. So I'm not trying to add that to my children, okay, when I get married and have kids. No. So all that trying to fight me over her and run me over. It was a big time drug dealer and everything. It was shocked because I didn't try to get myself in. I just mentioned the name, why me and her to a friend of mine. He had me in there present and they tried to run me over. And so when I hear about white men this and white men that, and my arguments, excuse me, yes, brothers, your shade and brothers. I'll never forget when I was at the MHR and mentioned where I go because I'm bipolar. This high yellow sister we talking about our mixed race hair. She from Louisiana. Her son crazy as hell. Me want to get he a high yellow brother. High yellow. Showed in. Man, you better leave my mama alone. Acting all thuggish and stuff. I swear, if I didn't have an AK or a pistol just like the dog skin, I don't discriminate. It'd been a shot at the clinic. That big old dog, the big old high yellow brother, that old big old brute, high yellow brute. So I say I would shot his ass right there in front of HPD when Plan 19 got me and I probably locked up and dead. Well, I couldn't because it'd be self-defense if you try to attack me, which 19 he was. But just call him is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did nothing to that man. Dude, what the hell? And I was on my medication, but I was like, dude, you just lucky I'm on medication, and lucky I'm not big like Vin Diesel and Terry Crews, because I would hand your ass by hands, and if I had a dog, I didn't change something. No, really, I would have killed that motherfucker. I would have killed that dude. And the dark one, I would have killed his ass right there in front. I'll be honest with you, when they were about to drove off, I would have shot, blow at that dog. Don't let me do it, y'all. Don't let me stop. I'm seeing ugly right here. Because I'm like, what is up with these brothers? But going back to the situation, I hate people coming to me like a confessional at a church. And I'm God, I ain't perfect. About your sinful racial stuff. Okay, please. I don't believe in that mess. Talk to someone who cares. Don't try to brainwash me and call me whatever, coon, whatever, because I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, sorry to cuss if I don't want to hear it. You know, I had enemies of all colors. I had white people did me wrong. I had people my shade and lighter than me and darker than me. I had Hispanic folks do me wrong. Okay, should I hate the whole human planet? Because it seemed to me that y'all want me to get to that point of hating everybody of every shade, every texture, every color, every person on the planet. Okay, I look at people as individuals. I had people when I went to a predominantly white school and then became Hispanic. I had folks that had rednecks and porchos do wrong, and I had coons of every shade, from the darkest dark to the look like white people to look like exactly like Hispanics. In Latin America, doing me wrong because in our community was a color community coming every shade heritage. Where I went to, the middle class did me wrong, called me, I would crash my sexuality and all the other stuff, and try to do things to me. And that's why I said I couldn't hate white people because the same thing y'all talking about white folks do, they doing to me too. So what the hell? So God dog, they might not have the power, but it's still a bad act. It's an evil act, no matter who does it. So that's my point. But the truth of the matter is, for real, I'm like, oh, okay. So my point is to let you know that that's been the issue there that I got. You know, I don't understand, but I'm not the representation of what they expect. The expectations, so why bother me about it? Move on. Be grown up. Move on. Um, but the truth is, the color doesn't go there. And that's been an issue. But the truth of the matter is, it's very true that the darker the person is, the more the police is afraid the white racist person or the person portrayed if they are of color. And they will shoot that person down. They'll be very abusive and aggressive with that person. And even on the job, I had not only white people done me wrong, um, But since I'm not high yellow or look like a white person, okay, and that been aggression on the job with me. Uh, that's why I fight back. Okay, I do talk back. You not gonna talk to me crazy. I don't care about no paycheck. You ain't gonna do it any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't coming to work to be treated like trash. Okay, respect go both ways. We both human at the end of the day. And I notice how since I do have melanin in my skin, I'm not too dark. I still get that aggressive. But I know if I was 10 times darker, it would be worse. And I never forget one particular at my job. I'm not gonna say what company I work for, but a security company was an event, and a dark skinned sister who is a lesbian. I'm gonna tell her business. She has long dreads. I didn't know about it until I found out later on. And I noticed how she treated white and sometimes Hispanic guys 10 times different, and she darker than me. 10 times different than she treat us brothers. She had more confrontational with brothers, and I saw that right then and there. She hostile towards me, and she knew, and I was like, yeah, I want them little lighter brothers, not too light like Kevin, but I would let your ass know you ain't gonna talk me shit. Okay, you're not gonna do no Aunt Mama. We in that syndrome, and I had my dark skinned brother, who's my brother to me, a job. He's older than I am, but he's more smart. Smart brother, dark skinned brother. That's my brother. Okay, seriously. I had his back. When that old Aunt Mama started talking yappity yappity yap, I did step in and she got offended. So when we had what happened is the supervisor from the company that we're representing, not from our company that we're representing for, he looks white and he's part Hispanic, he part Mexican. Okay, to my knowledge, I think he's part Mexican. And cause I saw his last name at the event where the white girl I couldn't stand her was trying to nag him because I was trying to find out why he had supervisor let this interracial couple who's Hispanic and white, why he let them when I go out through the ticket and get a ticket, okay, even though because the one was a participant, one was the wife or the girlfriend who was Hispanic, who was not Mexican, the same probably whatever she was. um she didn't get screened for a ticket, whatever. But so she could remember the white girl who was in charge of the ticket thing. She had less authority than this mixed race, half Hispanic, half white dude. What happened was when I tried to come back to get some information from my break, like why did they let her not break for why did they let her go? That was no break, it was something else. Why did they let her come in? The white girl stepped in because she saw that I was telling my team workers this sister here was talking us crazy, and she was unprofessional. She was an air director, and I kept asking the white Hispanic dude and his white coworker who was in charge of the why can you please give us legit procedures and directions because I don't want to beef with this woman, okay? Cause y'all don't. I just said I'm bipolar type one. I'm gonna go off on it. I don't give a damn about her. And I did embarrass her, and I did tell our HR department, who's also mixed, she's part Hispanic of our company, about I did snitch on her about how I felt, and I said to educate the half Hispanic woman, or half white Hispanic woman who work at our company about the Winnet syndrome and how some black women, black identified women, treat and go back in slavery with emasculate the black male or whatever. I had to educate her, and she realized, well, she knew. I said, yeah, I know what she's doing. What it is that sorry, I almost said her name. Um, maybe some bad situation happened with her with a brother, but she's taking it out on us. And I seen it because even we had a redneck white dude, and I think I got his ass fired for us talking, bashing my multiracial identity and bashing African American Hispanics on the job. I did snitch on his redneck ass. Anyway, thug white redneck thug ass. Yes, I did. If you're on the job, I did snitch on his ass. Who was in our state, out of Houston. What happened is when I backed my brother up, the dog chocolate brother up, and his sister got upset. And I had to tell these folks, hey, let us know. So go back to the white woman. She gonna get all mad. Honey. You let the other people come in. And I said, oh no, you're not gonna say I've been doing my job. Hold on. I'm almost 40. I look like her age, 20 something, young to about not her age. I'm not to be her daddy if I had a child young. I'm not gonna let this little girl talk to me crazy. I'm sorry, call little girl to me, not her, but she can talk to me crazy like shit. Like I want to be her damn daddy. You know what I'm saying? So I went and talked to the head manager. And I said, excuse me, on my break, I want to talk to you one on one. I said, first of all, and I described the situation. I said, excuse me, I need to know direction because she's being, to the point at the sister, she being unprofessional. She talking to us crazy, and she just being strict. And I wanted to be, we want to talk so much, but I want to tell this old man, if I look like you, she would not be talking to us crazy. Okay, she one of them little inch mamas. Okay, so she got embarrassed. Yeah, and I said, "Can you send me home? Send me home. I'm ready to go home. I'm not. I don't mind cutting out my hours because I'm not gonna sit here and let nobody talk to me crazy. And we'll move it. No, no. You already tried to make excuses of this woman talk to us crazy. She and the brother talked to her because he not one of them brothers. One of the other brothers who look by my complexion a little darker. I ain't gonna, the other one got upset, got angry with her. She acted the fool clowning. Of course, he was wrong disrespecting her, but she provoked him, okay, based on her ugly, unprofessional attitude. And she should know, as part of Generation X, the early, should I say, who look older, or probably late baby boomer, she should know that we Generation A don't play that mess, okay? Respect goes both ways. I don't care what your mammy and your pappy did to you. You're not gonna practice the old slave parenting with us, okay? You know what I'm saying? Respect goes both ways. So, I'm sorry, I said send me home because I took medication that morning, baby. I did not want to deal, but I did not want to deal with that, baby. I did not want to deal. I pray to God, I ain't perfect, to have that forbidden in my life, okay? I don't care who does, I'm not going to allow it in my life. That's the difference, okay? People who stupid about it, that's on them. I'm talking about me, okay? I ain't come here to work to have the drama going on. It was better this year. And so, and she, one time we were working, she was mad. Get mad, baby. Sure, get mad. I don't care about you. Get mad. You're not gonna disrespect me with your authority because you get your little gratification on. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I noticed on the job, people try to tell us, and then you have coons from the upper generation. That's just get your money. No, baby, we're not gonna get no money. Talk to me crazy. I'm not gonna have a headache and mental issues going at home and busting walls and stuff like this. Okay, and acting a fool and slamming doors. Oh, trust me, baby, when I come home, yes, I turn to the worst. Worse than Angela Bassett and when it takes hell. Yes, I do get in that moment. Okay, so I'm like, y'all can have that mess and enjoy in your misery. Don't throw it in me. So my point is, on the job, I noticed that the shade comes in, and I noticed that the dog brothers, and I had my dark skin brother back. I ain't gonna let us on Aunt mom on, and I did snitch. We both snitched to her, went to talk to her crazy, and I had to explain to people who outside of the African community why this goes on. Why you see you have brothers talk bad about sisters, and vice versa. Okay, we've been taught, those African descent, mixed race identified and pure black identified, to accept oppression and not fight against it. That's why people mess with us 10 times. That's why you have any other community, people will get up, like for example with the before the Monique situation with Netflix. I boycotted Netflix way before the situation because as a part of the American man, when Ridiculous Six, when he disrespected our name people, they walked out. They said we're not tired of this. When we have issues, African people get disrespected in movies, we don't have that walking out. We've been taught to accept oppression and allow us to, even for a check. You can't get mad at people like the monkey, the coolest monkey in the jungle thing, when you have people telling us at jobs for a paycheck to allow us to be disrespected, even amongst each other or those outside our communities. Even though we relate to those communities because we're mixed race people. And that's the truth, okay? So it's weird that, and it's a culture. But why we want to move out the country? Because we have a culture disrespecting our country because of African descent. Okay. We have people who encourage in our community. We have people who outside the community. That's why people fuck with us. That's why the police fuck with us. If you have brothers call themselves niggas, have no respect for themselves, people think, oh, we're gonna mess with that person. You know what I'm saying? The person who, if you explore yourself, it's no different than a woman, and no offense, who say, I'm a hoe, rape me, do me wrong, and do me any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Let me be exploited, and disrespected. And you'll say, why that woman disrespect? That's the point. Because she's allowed to be disrespected. Okay? So that's the truth. This culture is very anti-black. Even, and I noticed that too when I do go out to read other cultures. I'm sorry, part of our African American culture is very anti-black. It's not truly African. Even hip hop today is very anti-black. If everybody's using the word nigga, even those outside, that tell you a story. And you're talking about black negativity. You know what I'm saying? And thuggery and ghettoism. It's not talking about a lifting. You know, and that's the lifting. Hip hop is not being promoted, but the gangster and the thuggery, it tells you. So, and it's funny, as a mixed race identifier, you have those of that culture, okay, of that thug culture, shoot out the self hate, but they're promoting self hate. You're promoting our people to be called nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we should buy down to that stereotype and be savage like and be buck like and all other stuff and brute like. And y'all know on me, I'm very 10 times against that. Okay, um, you know, and I tell people I was talking about the Starbucks situation. I tell my brothers and stuff, stop calling yourself niggas. Okay, you're asking the whole world to disrespect you, disrespect us as if you go there when it comes to collectivism. You're asking for disrespect. You call it. You already know you're in a country that's to target practice. Why ask for it? Why mail in it? You know what I'm saying? So that's why. So get back to the story. So I noticed that being a person of mixed race is a target. People want me to say I'm black, and I noticed this too, so I can be disrespected for having black heritage. You know what I'm saying? The way how they come across very disrespectful, ugly, and savage, like, and they think that's love, and I had to remind them it ain't perfect. But even St. Paul say love is like injury in 13th chapter to me of Corinthians. So you don't respond to people in that manner. Then to I see you a nigga. You don't say that's not even respectful. That's not even respectful. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell they don't want to have self hate. If they using stereotypes to define who they are, that's harmful, and they defend it, you know, and make excuses of it. They don't have no self worth for themselves. But me, who say my heritage, my black and my French and Spanish and English and Irish and Native American heritage, who demand to be respected, because a person that loves us demands respect, okay, not disrespected, who fight against it. You know, they said we always claim victim. No, I'm demanding not to be treated like a victim, so I can be acting for victory of that. That's it. I'm a victim to it, okay, not a victim, okay. Victims are the ones who stay in victim mode and don't want to do anything about it. That's a victim. Okay, that's who wants to play victim and not find ways and not, go at it. Okay, that's the difference between me and other people who try to research about it while they're in victim, who try to find. That's the difference. Um, who has self worth? Who say I'm just equal when I say I am equal? Because remember, sadly, no one's is superior. Only God is. But sadly, people look at white people as superior. And you say you're equal towards the white man. Yes, you are, because we are human. Those who don't think they're equal, they don't have no self-worth. Okay? They don't think that they should be equal and have freedom like everybody. It's sad that so many of our brothers throw their freedom in the garbage. I don't. Okay? I cherish it. Martin King did not die in vain for my freedom to be thrown in the garbage. Okay? Um, and that's too much. That's why. So that's the whole reason why I have to say is that people want to use my black DNA to hurt me with that and try to tell me to go down with it and go it's so they can get some entertainment and exploitation and gratification of it. It's called like it is. And that's many people don't understand. And why do you hang with people who are white or other ethnicities who don't accept you as multiracial? Because I don't want to hang with those type of people. Those are my enemies. They know the reason why they don't side me as multiracial. They know I am multiracial, but they want me to use the black part because they not anti-black racist. I call it like it is. They defending stereotypes. They using negative stereotypes to find who you are and exploit you. You know them by their bad fruit. They're bad. They just behind closed doors don't want to admit that they're racist. Because the origin of the one-drop rule was for racism. It was not for to treat someone proudly blacks. Segregation, being lynched and treated in the back of the bus ain't nothing. That's not. How were you teaching? You hurting someone, okay? So why people fight hard, and That's the problem we have in our community is clap barrel mentality going on. And that's the point. I think that the reason why that a lot of people, and I said, I don't mind me, I do bad by myself. Um, when I find out, and when it comes to social gathering, and I mix my multiracial background, I start seeing ugly attitudes and behavior because of it. I distance myself from those people. I don't want to be friends with those people. I know it's gonna be some drama, and they're not worth of friendship. Um, yeah, that's the truth. You know, there's people I have to block here who try to say I'm not mixed. Block. You're behind on come on my channel no more. Hi. You waste your time. Um, and why would I hang with a white person knowing that that one drop rule was there for racism? Okay, it was not by teaching no pride. Pride or what? If if they consider pride is the teach a person to be proud of being oppressed, because that's I eat it out right there. You're not, if all of you teach me to be proud, you would teach me to be proud of all my heritage, not just the part you want to demonize. Call it like it is, okay? You would tell me to be proud of my black and French and Spanish and Irish and English and the roots because that's what got me here. Okay? That's why I'm here talking to y'all. Okay? But to tell me to pick the black part and then throw stones at it, and that's what many people do, it is what it is. Why are you so bothered about it, multiracial category? Because you want to use a person of black heritage as your race play abusive punching bag. It is what it is, and laugh about it. You want to see that person. The reason why people buy hip hop music when it's talking about gangster, not only for exploitation of thuggery, the minstrel thuggery of our African people, but they love to see African American people in the bottom of the economic ladder. If we was rapping about having a car and businesses and rapping about having the good things in life, white racist people who say they are cool with us would not buy those records. I'm gonna call it like it is, okay? Because they don't want to see us in the economic ladder. It's funny when they come on news channels and say do nothing, get a job, but they the main ones who throw the applications in, especially if they hear a Shaniqua or should I say with Ravens of Walla Madrea, okay? You know what I'm saying? Devontae and LaShawn, come on, like this, okay? They throw an application. They don't want them to go thugging, so stop throwing their application resumes in there. Stop making a stomp block to get in the economic because you want them in the economic. You want our people represented in the economic ladder in the bottom of the economic ladder. That's called like it is. You know, if they can stop the thuggery, they can stop, but why are they bringing drugs to the community? Why you have cops involved in there? That's a secret you know, I don't want to know talk about. You know what I'm saying? We just people are honest bar bush. I don't want to disrespect the dead too much, but I'm not feel that sorry because her husband contributed to the crack cocaine movement. Okay, CIA, yeah, okay, and her son made it worse in the recession. Call it like it is. So why would I sit here and mourn a person who want to see me without no power, no money, no livelihood, or whatever, who was trying to put my money in the private person company, the person got Viacom. Okay, call it is. Okay, why would I? You know, you don't see me saying him rest in peace. I have a lot of resentment towards Barbara Bush. That's what you is. So if I was all that white supremacist with a multiracial identity, I would be sitting here capable for her, right? Okay, come on now, you know. But it's the truth. So I noticed that within our community. Now, I would like to touch about this, about the multiracial movement when it comes to Hispanics. And this is to my Hispanic brothers sisters because I am Spanish Creole descent. Real on the other side of the family tree. The other fourth grandparents of mine was Real on that side of the family. My mom's side. The one who had a white mama, okay, the quadruple, his wife, parents, okay, the father was black Spanish Creole. Okay. The truth of the matter is, the multiracial movement. I don't understand how LULAC and NASCAR Raza went against the multiracial movement, multiracial category. We have a lot of Hispanics checking white, when technically they're not Caucasian descent, pure Caucasian descent. They're mixed with African and Native and white. Okay. Um, the truth, the one thing I want to understand is that I saw one Hispanic person, or African American person, was bashing. Yeah, Hispanics, they white, they checking. And one Hispanic person said, "Well, we have to check." You're a liar. Mentirosa, pinche mentirosa. Mentirosa también if you're a male. Now, let me provide cussing sentences. Just fucking liar. Let me say why. I worked for since 2000. First office job. Okay, 20 years old. I'm part of the multiracial movement. We push that check more than one box. I actually put the multiracial category, but that's the reason why we got that, because the civil rights minority groups were against that uh, theory to put on our census 2000. And the census said that you're able to check more than one box. So why you're saying you were supposed to check white? That was back in the day when the census, the numerator made you check those things. They cannot do that no more. And if they cannot check when they see somebody, because you do not know that person identified as more than one box, you don't know their heritage, right? Okay. So that's a lie. Some Hispanics check white because they wish, and they know at one time they were classified as white because of the Guadalupe bill, Guadalupe Hidalgo bill, when they was trying to kick Hispanics out of the country and take the Southwest. And instead of doing that, they all be Americans and they classified as white. Some of the Hispanics bought into white supremacy at the time, even though they were treated like who they are, not white. They're mixed, okay? And so what happened is, you gotta understand that we have the recent incident with George Zimmer, whose mother is Afro Mestiza from Peru, and dad's is white. We had the Yanes, who's Mexican American. You know, he's an immigrant, been brainwashed. You know, not no true Mexican, try to say, because when I say, because most Mexicans do not have the American brainwash white supremacy. This is a pocho coconut cooing, brainwash, okay? Whitewashed. And we had the incident with this other, what's her name? Claudio, whatever her name is. She's a R&B singer. She's Puerto Rican Cuban. And she admit going on Twitter making anti-black women posts. With DeAndre Harris. With DeAndre Harris, when he was attacked in Charlottesville, it was a Puerto Rican man involved with the white racist thugs who sympathized with white supremacy. Okay, and in California, you have in Southern California, you have Latino racist gangs attacking African Americans and vice versa. So you gotta understand, and we had a couple years ago with Rose Perez, who's Puerto Rican, called out Rodrigo Yoga, who is Venezuelan, who admit that he has partial black roots. I saw his dad. His dad is like a high yellow brother from here. His background is Afro Mestiza. He says his mom was white. She's very fair skinned. They consider them white, but they're not white. Still look ethnic. Okay. Afro Mestiza just look white, lighter than her dad, had more, their colors. Making fun of Michelle Obama, calling him the Planet Apes on La Gorda La Flaca Univision show. And the child, the blonde chick that is Amir Estevan, Gloria Estefan's niece. Yes, yeah. It's weird, yeah. That's very true. Yeah, I already know about, yeah, the blonde woman on La Gorda La Flaca. La Flaca, Gorda's a fat man, and the skin lady is a Flaca. The skin, the blonde chick, and white looking Cuban chick, that is Mia Estefan's niece. Yeah, Gloria Estefan's. That's actually her niece by marriage. Okay, yeah. So and we was on that when Rodrigo, who's Venezuela, was on that show. So we see the white supremacist mentality that even Cat Larzo on Me Too was called out that Hispanics benefit from white supremacy. Now, you're from white, and from Texas, and I said Portugal. I mean, a lot of Chicanos, not all, who born here, whose parents were here after Texas was stolen. Actually, probably had families who helped Sam Houston portray that country. Okay, with the Alamo. Okay, they have brainwashed mentality. Not all, but some of them have brainwashed mentality. I went to school with them. I dealt with them when we had issues with black and white issues. They would take sides trying to kiss such a white man. It was funny with the town where I'm from. A lot of white people let them because they came there and they want me to live next to them. Okay, weird. Okay, now the truth of the matter is they have a choice to check black, white, and native. Okay, they don't have to check. Who is this? Hold on, just a moment. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and go. I do apologize. I had something to take care of something, so I do apologize. Elaborate more if you want me to. I mean, I gotta go. Let me see.